阿寒魔州，北海道历史最久远的国家公园，境内广大的流域湿地，不仅有珍贵稀有的球藻，还有无数的自然生命在此生生不息。本集我们将深入北海道梦幻水世界，造访这座动物伊甸园，顺着湖泊河川划船而下，探索沿岸景观生态，并在鄂霍次克海上遇见磅礴震撼的流冰奇景。除了温泉名汤，这次我们用舌尖品尝北海道的好滋味。
Have you ever wanted to visit a place where ancient waters still flow, where wildlife runs free, landscapes remain untouched, and where humans and nature peacefully coexist?
Join me as we travel from mountain peaks all the way to seaside villages, all while following the waters and the wilderness of Hokkaido, Japan.
We'll travel through eastern and northern Hokkaido, following the island's vast network of rivers and streams. Beginning at the peaks of snow-capped mountains, we'll navigate these waters down through the island's lush forests, all the way out into the Sea of Okhotsk. Experience an abundance of activities, encounter wildlife, and learn about the essential role water plays within Hokkaido's ecosystem.
After calling Hokkaido home for more than 30 years, I've been able to experience so much that this land has to offer, and I'm ready to share this off-the-beaten-path region with you.
Hokkaido has an immense amount of beautiful scenery, but its true essence lies within the lakes, the rivers, and the ocean that surrounds it. These waters shape the island's culture and create a vital resource for the myriad of wildlife that call the island home. We begin our journey on the banks of the Akan River, one of the many rivers whose headwaters flow from the various mountain lakes in the region. As a popular fly fishing destination, you can always find people casting their rods along the banks of the river and its surrounding ponds. The fishing guides on the Akan River are extremely knowledgeable, and they know all about the fish that dwell in it.
I never caught that big fish before. I thought I was like a professional because I thought only professional can catch those kind of fish.
Surrounding the river is a collection of small and shallow ponds filled with many different types of fish. Hyotan Pond is stocked full of a wealth of native rainbow trout and char, making it easy to land a catch. For centuries, the rivers of Hokkaido have carved out the natural landscape into what we see today. Some of these rivers flow down from the mountain peaks, and some flow out to the ocean from the lakes. It's here in Akan Mashu National Park that you're able to see so many of these ancient caldera lakes. Check it out. Akan Mashu National Park is home to three of Hokkaido's most iconic lakes: Lake Kushado, Lake Akan, and Lake Mashu. Lake Kushado is the largest and deepest of the three. Like many of Hokkaido's lakes, Lake Kushado is a volcanic caldera, a lake formed by a massive volcanic eruption over 100,000 years ago. You can even see remnants of the lake's volcanic past today, as various geothermal hot springs dot the bottom of the lakebed, bubbling up steam to the surface. In modern times, the lake effortlessly lends itself to adventure travelers for hiking, birdwatching, and canoeing. In the indigenous Ainu language, the name of Lake Kushado roughly translates to the place where rivers flow from. And it's here we see one of these rivers in action. Out of Lake Kushiro flows the Kushiro River, traveling over 150 kilometers through riparian landscapes until it eventually reaches the Pacific Ocean. The water from the Kushiro River has made its way through the Kushiro wetland, Japan's largest natural wetland, boasting an area of more than 230 square kilometers. Although the geological history of the river dates back thousands of years, in modern day, the river plays an important role conserving local wildlife.
Eventually, the river empties out into the Pacific Ocean, carrying with it the runoff from the local mountains. But the Kushiro River is not the only major river on Hokkaido that flows from a mountain lake.
On the western edge of the Akan Mashu National Park sits Lake Akan, the smallest of the park's 3 lakes. This lake is famous for its marimo algae, a rare form of the plant which forms large green balls on the bottom of the lake. Each year, as the seasons change, the small surface area of Lake Akan easily freezes over, creating an entirely new opportunity for adventure, from ice fishing, snowmobiling, or just trekking across the frozen waters at sunrise. On the shore's edge, and sometimes in parts of the lake, you can still spy the geothermal springs bubbling up to the lake's surface. Another lake, tucked away in the mountains, is over 350 meters above sea level, Lake Mashu. It's easy to see why the Ainu referred to it as the Lake of the Gods. Unlike the other lakes in the region, Lake Mashu has no natural rivers flowing into or out of the lake, making it completely isolated from the other bodies of water surrounding it. As such, the majority of the lake's water comes from underwater springs, which causes the waters of the lake to become crystal clear. It is the second most transparent lake in the world. The intense color of the lake is even known locally as Mashu Blue. Nearby Lake Mashu sits Kaminoko Pond. Although Lake Mashu lacks any natural outlets, legend has it that the pond's waters came from the lake, giving it the name, the Pond of God's Children. Similar to Lake Mashu, the waters of the pond possess a beautiful translucent blue color. Surrounded by lush forests and short greenery, it's easy to get lost in all of its natural beauty. In contrast, the water of Nishiki Pond boasts a deep, rust-colored red from the high amount of iron deposits found in the pond's soil. The water flowing into the pond also contains a lot of sediment from the nearby mountains, adding to the pond's muddy texture.
The way back from the Mount Miyakan, we arrive here. And look at this water here. This is because the water is coming from Mount Miyakan, and that's because it contains mineral substance. The water here consistently erodes the surrounding rocks and create a magnificent scenery. So here you hear only the sound of nature, and you have a natural mist. So perfect place to relax in, and best place for take a place for during the cycling.
Lying just beneath the surface of the ponds we've just explored is a vast network of geothermal hot springs, a remnant of the mountain's volcanic past. In modern times, people use the heat and the power that emanates from the ground to create these amazing outdoor baths called onsens. It's a great place to kick back and relax.
Onsens are a staple of Japanese culture. For centuries, the people of Japan have harnessed the country's natural volcanic energy to create them. The earliest known reference to one of these springs dates back to the 6th century. Initially, onsens were utilized for ritualistic cleansing, although they soon gained popularity, morphing into the modern pools we see today. These hot springs can take many shapes and forms, from small foot bath streams to large hot tubs for full bathing. Traditional onsens can be found all across the country, as the nation's many volcanic mountains lend themselves perfectly to the formation of these hot springs. Sandwiched in between Lake Mashu and Lake Kusharo sits Kawayu Hot Springs, a small town centered by a hot spring river which flows from the mountains around it. This town allows for an onsen experience that offers a place for travelers to stay locally while visiting the streams and baths located around the village. It's more like a foot bath, really, a nice way to relax after a long day's hike or ride. These warm waters contain countless health benefits.
As these geothermal streams and rivers wind down the mountains of Hokkaido, eventually they make their way to the Pacific Ocean, emptying their resources into the Sea of Okhotsk. Along the way, they provide valuable nutrients to the island's plants and animals, and support the vast ecosystem that is Hokkaido's natural wildlife. And there is no better place to see that wildlife than here in the Shiretoko Peninsula.
At the eastern end of Hokkaido lies the Shiretoko Peninsula, surrounded on either side by the Sea of Okhotsk. It's here that the immense biodiversity of Hokkaido can truly be seen. Encompassing the entire peninsula is Shiretoko National Park, one of Japan's 25 UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Massive mountains and dense forests are just a few instances of ancient nature the park offers to visitors.
半島自体はですね、もともと860万年前の海底火山の隆起からスタートして、さらには25万年前から陸地が噴火して出来上がった半島で、海から山が突き出たような急峻な地形なんですね。ですからこの山と海が非常に近い、狭い範囲に多様な環境が含まれているっていうことが、知床に多くの生き物を、育んでいるそういった、理由の一つになっています。今私の背後に見えている山々は知床連山と呼ばれている1500メートル前後の山々なんですが、もともと火山で誕生した半島ですので、半島の中央部には背骨のように、山々が縦走していて、今もですねこの一番右側の羅臼岳という1661メートルの道東では最高峰の山と、それから一番左側の硫黄山っていう山は見えてる中でも活火山の山ですね。特に硫黄山は一番最近では1936年に噴火をしている山で、近くにはですねカムイワッカ川という強酸性の温泉が流れている川もあります。こういった標高的にはそれほど高くない山なんですけれども、ここは緯度が高い、日本国内では高緯度の地域になりますので、本州中部の山と比較するとだいたい3000メートルクラスの山に近い環境があるんですね。ですから山の上はもちろんなんですが、こういった平地を歩いていても、本州だと少しこう山を登って、歩かないと出会えないような光景ですとか、それから動植物にそれほど無理をせずに会えるっていうのも、こういった厳しい環境でかつ緯度の高い、知床北海道の魅力の一つにも、なっています。
There's a saying which goes, in nature, nothing is perfect, but everything is perfect. This is a perfect description of the environment that surrounds you here.
With an ample amount of hiking trails and natural landmarks, it's easy to get lost in all that the Shiretoko National Park has to offer. And it's trails like these that really let you experience the wildness of Hokkaido right here next to the sea.
まず知床五湖案内ということなんですけれども、その前にこちら知床世界自然遺産というところの地域で、平成17年にですね、国内で3番目に世界自然遺産として登録された場所になります。でまたこの知床五湖については春から5月から7月の末まではヒグマ活動期と、で8月の1日から植生保護期という時期に分かれておりますが、まずそれに至る経緯簡単なんですけれども、まず過去に自由に入れてた時期にヒグマによる圧力など等もありまして、平成23年にですね、利用調整区域という制度を用いてガイド限定により、散策ができるという制度を導入されております。で先ほども申したヒグマ活動期には、ガイドツアーさんが同行という限定で散策できて、8月の1日から植生保護期ということで、10分程度のレクチャーを受けていただいた方は自由に散策することができるような制度になっております。で、こちらについては知床世界自然遺産ということで、生態系だとか生物多様性に優れた地域ということでですね、シマフクロウですとかオオワシ、オジロワシなんかが越冬する地域として、種の保存に不可欠な地域となっております。簡単ですけれども。
Hokkaido is home to more brown bears than anywhere else in East Asia. As a result, Ezo brown bears serve as an iconic symbol of Shiretoko. Along with these bears, the peninsula is also a hotspot for bird watchers. Over 240 species can be found within the park.
Although the peninsula is incredibly beautiful during the summertime, in the winter months, Shiretoko offers a diverse set of experiences. As the temperatures drop below freezing, the Sea of Okhotsk becomes covered in drift ice, and that creates an essential role in how the local wildlife thrive here. Let's learn how.
Hokkaido is the southernmost place in the world where drift ice naturally occurs. Every winter, brave adventure travelers who head off the beaten path can dip into the frigid waters below. During the month of January, huge ice floats quickly begin to cover the surface of the sea. These ice floats contain millions of tiny phytoplankton, which provide nutrients to the ocean's different species of fish, who in turn supply the wildlife with plenty of food. The Steller's sea eagle is one of the most notable animals in the area that travelers hope to see while visiting. They hunt for fish in these waters during the winter. It's a truly magnificent experience to watch.
今ご覧いただいている知床半島の西海岸のこれ特徴的な景観なんですが、切り立った断崖絶壁がもうオホーツク海から壁のようにそそり立っている、そういった地形なんですね。でこれは冬の流氷が長い期間かけて削り出して海面の低下で現れた地形なんですけれども、結果的にこれが人の上陸を阻んだようなそんな部分があります。で流氷はこれも日本の国内では一番ここは量が多く勢力が強い場所になるんですが、この流氷にはユーラシア大陸の広大な湿地や森の栄養が含まれて流れ着いているので、春に溶けるとですね、非常に豊かな海を作り出す源になっているんですが、そこで育った鮭やマスが海の栄養を蓄えて、秋にこの半島の中央部を連なる山を源に流れる約90本近い川にですね帰ってくることによって、海の栄養を森に運ぶつなぎ役になっているんですね。でそれをヒグマですとかシマフクロウといったような生き物たちが食べて残飯や糞を森にばらまいてくれることで、また森の木々の栄養分になるといったそういった流氷が起点となった海と森のつながりが知床には存在していて、これが知床特有の生態系ということで2005年の7月に世界自然遺産に登録された大きなポイントの一つにもなっています。
The drift ice plays a fundamental role in keeping up the region's fish population, but the eagles aren't the only ones who enjoy eating the fish from the Okhotsk Sea.
All types of whales, dolphins, and fish call these waters home, and taking a wildlife cruise is a great way to see them up close. To say that Hokkaido's culture thrives off of the ocean would be an understatement. The region is definitely known for its unique and oh-so-fresh seafood cuisine. Here in the town of Shibetsu, nestled along the coast, you can find dishes made with native kelp and salmon fished fresh from the waters of the Pacific Ocean.
これはラオス産の昆布、ラオス昆布とそれからカツオだしです。カツオを合わせて取ったものですね。それはあらかじめ作り置きしておきまして、1日に1回朝のうちに取って1日使いますね。はい。そうですね。白鮭は北海道どこでも取れるんですけれども、山漬けというのは昔から鮭の貯蔵方法としてね知られている冷凍技術のない時から秋の鮭を一年中使うのに塩漬けをして長持ちさせるという作り方で、山漬けという鮭はブランドになっておりますね。でその山漬けという作り方は一番美味しい時期に取れる鮭を使いますけど、油の乗り始めた頃ですね。だからだいたい9月から始まりますけど、9月の末から10月ぐらいの一番油の乗っている銀鮭というかね、そういうものを使って塩漬けをしてずっと積み重ねていくんですね。でその重みで水分を一回しっかり抜いて、さらに手返しをしてまた塩をまた取り替えてというのを1ヶ月ぐらいかけて作って、がっちりとその水分を抜いたものをさらに今度改めて塩抜きをして、ちょうどいい塩加減になった時に風乾をして、風でね、いろんな工程が。
Hokkaido's rich waterways play an extremely important role in shaping every aspect of the island's culture, wildlife, and history. From the mountains of Lake Mashu, Kusharo, and Akan, to the Pacific Ocean and the Sea of Okhotsk, the waters of Hokkaido are thriving with life. So whether it's volcanic calderas, geothermal onsens, nutrient-rich rivers, or the stunning national parks which they flow through, the waters of Hokkaido provide health, food, beauty, and adventure all in one destination, a combination that can only be experienced right here in Hokkaido.
感谢 HBC 与 ATTA 引领我们飞进北海道这座上帝天堂，重新发现世界每一处精彩故事。北海道境内火山湖泊孕育出无数珍贵自然生命，阿基族人传统文化艺术，在地居民与自然共存生活的智慧，成就北海道迷人独特的生活样貌。日本北海道四季皆是观光旅游的绝佳时机，名胜温泉、美酒佳肴，还有看不完的世界级美景。时尚玩家将持续带领观众玩转全世界，后会有期，我们下次见。